Hello students, I am Kavita Singh from Samarpan Gnyan school, and we will continue here second part of combustion and flame, and that is the 8th standard science chapter number 6. Student, we want matchstick to burn the thing, right? When we want to burn paper, we want matchstick. When we want to kapoor, we can want matchstick. We can burn to wood, we can want matchstick, right? But you know about the history of matchstick? So I will tell you here the history of matchstick. About 5,000 years ago, a small piece of pine wood dipped into the sulfur were used as matches. Okay, and the modern safety matchbox was developed only about 200 years ago. Okay, and the mixture of antimony trisulfide, okay, potassium chlorate, white phosphorus, glue and starch was dipped on the head of the matchsticks. This is the heads of the matchsticks. Okay, so we can dip the heads of the matches for suitable wood. Okay, how many things we want? 5. Okay, but the white phosphorus proved to be dangerous both for the workers involved in the manufacturing of matches and for users, means us. And these days the head of the safety matchsticks are contain only 2 things, that is antimony trisulfide and potassium chlorate. Okay, these heads are contain only 2 things, that is antimony and potassium chlorate. Okay, and the rubbing surface has the rubbing surface has powdered glass and the little red phosphorus. Rubbing surface means a matchbox, and that is present on the matchbox rubbing surface, and it is has a powder glass and little red phosphorus. Okay, now students, you might have heard that when the cloth of a person catch fire, the person is covered with a blanket, right? You can see here blanket. Do you know why? Because the thick blanket of cut off the supply of air, and it helps in extinguishing the fire. Okay, blanket is act like a cover, and it stop and cut the supply of air. Suppose if you have not a blanket on that type, then what you suggest the person? You suggest them he or she stopped and dropped on the floor and cover their face with hands and roll on the floor. Okay, and it helps to control the fire. Okay, now how do we control the fire? Suppose the fire is on forest, okay, and during the extreme heat of the summer, at some places dry grasses catches fire from the grass. It spread to trees, and very soon the whole forest is on fire, right? So it is very difficult to control such fire. So how can we control that type of fire? So first we will removing the fuel. Removing the fuel means we can remove the combustible substance, okay, from the place and the surrounding areas. Now second is the cutting the supply of supporter. Cutting the supply of supporter means air, because oxygen is help to burning. It's not burn, but it's help to burning. So we can cut the supply of air. Okay, cutting the supply of supporter. Now third one, by lowering the temperature of burning object below its ignition temperature. Okay, so this is the ways to control the fire. Now fire extinguisher is used to control the fire also. So what is the fire extinguisher and how do fire extinguisher work? Okay, this is the fire extinguisher, and you can see on your school also and offices also. So fire extinguisher are device used to put off fire. They either cut off the air supply to fire or cool off the fuel, okay, or both. There are the different types of extinguisher present in the market. Some extinguisher has dry powder, soda acid, and some has a foam type of extinguisher. Okay, so there are the different types of extinguisher. Dry powder extinguisher contains CO2, and soda acid fire extinguisher mainly contain the NaHCO3. Okay, and foam type fire extinguisher used to control the fire of petrol or diesel, means it is oil, control the fire that is start from the oil. Okay, so we can use different types of extinguisher, like A means, first is A means common combustible substance like wood, paper, cloth, and etc. So it is help to control the fire that is start from the paper, cloth, and etc. And B type are extinguisher used to help to control the fire of gasoline, propane, and etc. And C type of extinguisher used to electric equipment. Okay, and the D type of metals, it is used to fire that start from the metals, and this K for the cooking. Now students, you can see here there is written A, B, and C. Here is the written A, B, and C. So this is the helpful for A means paper, wood, and etc. B means it is used for the gasoline, propane, and solvent, etc. And C means electric equipment. So it is used for this purpose. So different type of extinguisher we have, but sometimes we use the water to control the fire. So when should we use or not use water to extinguish the fire? When the wood, paper, and cloths are on fire, we can use to extinguish them. Water lower the temperature of burning material below ignition temperature, and thus the fire stop burning. But we should not use water when the electric equipment is on fire, as water may conduct electricity and give a shock to people dosing the fire. Also, it should not be used when oil or petrol catches fire, as water is lighter than oil and petrol and sink down. Oil and petrol keeps floating on the top and keep burning. So we cannot use water. Okay, and when the fire is start from the paper and wood, that time we can use the water, but fire is start from the electric equipment and petrol or diesel means oil, then we not use the water. Okay, so today's topic is finished here. Students, we will meet into the next class. Okay.